So, I am back out for another walk. Um, you guys may remember the last walk I did. It was about a day before I went to the gym. That was really fun. Um, Either that or it was the day after. I can't remember. I haven't been able to walk during the days because the heat is so goddamn hot that I end up just boiling alive. So I've been choosing to wait till nighttime. That way I can just walk in more breathable conditions. Um, yeah. I did a few more videos for October's rollout. Nothing special. Did a couple of video game reviews. No, and then some of the wheel. Um, Not much. How's everything going? Just howdy howdy. Just on my daily walk. I have been switching them to night times because it's been too damned hot during the day. Um, we made a couple more videos for October's rollout. Nothing special. But we do have a couple more episodes of The Wheel and some video game reviews. Um, Trying to hold out to get as much done as possible till later on. Um, Hopefully going to be well, I mean, it's night here, but yes, good morning. Um, yeah, no, got a new little ring. Um, I do want to start trying to get more jewelry and just expressive with my outfit. Um, I don't know what Blocks.io is. It's in Google. I don't believe I could. Is it a browser game? Because I have no way of recording browser games. Unfortunately, I don't even have hardly a way to record most of my PC library, as I only have been able to record with the NVIDIA link, and it doesn't work on most games that I have because they're too old. Um, I search crazy games. Is that a website? I don't really have any computer availability. Really much at all, honestly. So if it's a computer thing, I can't really do that. Not particularly. No, I'm not. Thanks though. No, I don't really search up games. I have CDs and a couple of DVDs, but most of my games are on CD. They're not um, install based. I mean, they are, but like you install it via a CD tray that I had to buy from Walmart separately. Um, as I don't have a very strong internet connection, so online games and things like that are really hard to do because where we are, the internet is crap. Which is the main reason most things I do review based things because it's easier to get footage of. I do have Xbox. Um, I haven't been able to get more into that because that takes a lot more steps to get you guys the footage because you have to record it through the Xbox, upload it to the Xbox app, which takes hours usually with the internet speed, and then from there, I have to go into my phone editing software to edit any of the videos together if they're a multi-part video, because Xbox can only record up to 10 minutes. And then after it's done editing, which Xbox are usually bigger file sizes, so my phone has trouble holding it because Google changed their size limitations, um, which really screwed me over. Fuck you, Google, on that one. I know Google's the one that owns YouTube, but still. Um, yeah, no, there's a lot of steps when it comes to the video game side of things. Um, Now, if there's video games that are available on console or available on mobile or things like that you guys want me to play, I'm more than open to suggestions, but it has to be something I can realistically record. Because as of right now, I don't have any way to capture most PC games. If it's on Steam, I will look into being able to get it at some point. Right now, the biggest thing I have to worry about is I have to set aside expenses for renovation on a place that I am trying to currently live in. And those expenses are a lot, especially on the salary of part-time jobs. They don't pay hardly at all, and I only get about 8 hours a week. I want to be able to get more, but there's only one job in town that is even hiring, and I'm lucky enough to actually be able to have that position. Even though it's not a lot of hours, it's what you can get at this point. What do I Pokemon? What do you mean by what do I Pokemon? Do I play Pokemon? Um, yes, I do play Pokemon. I have a couple of Pokemon decks. I have a bunch of Pokemon games that I can review on my handmade game console. That doesn't have any way of screen recording either, unfortunately, as it's made from Linux. And we have a very base model Linux system as to make sure everything runs smoothly. It is also a thing for sale if you guys are interested in something like that. It does have a ton of Pokemon games. I do play a lot of the Pokemon games. Pokemon Stadium for the GameCube is probably my favorite. Coliseum, no, not Coliseum. Pokken Tournament, the Tekken style Pokemon game. That was pretty cool. I like that one a lot. In fact, I believe I did a review on that one. A lot of the times when I do reviews, it's been a while since I've looked at the current list of what I've already reviewed, so I check over that. But I'm pretty sure that that I do have a review of that either coming out or had already released. What are my thoughts on Pikachu? Pikachu's cool. My favorite version, Surfing Pikachu. I didn't. That was one of the ones I had in my deck for the longest time. Back when I had a Meowth deck. That was the only like weird one I threw in there just because I thought it was cool. Unfortunately, I don't have my Meowth deck anymore as I have a water-based deck, which is mainly made of Toys R Us exclusive Alolan Vulpixes because it has a move that doesn't require any energy, and I'm able to overwhelm my opponent with Pokemon before they can win the battle, and that way I have everything out, and it's mostly just energies and trainers and all that. And I'm able to use healing potions almost constantly, so they can't hardly attack me, and gives me time to go on the offense. I've only ever been beaten once with that deck. I gave my cousin a deck of entirely EXs. I mean, it had trainers and stuff, but like Pokemon wise, it was all the EX forms. And he was able to beat me with that. But that was just barely. By the time he won, I was down to 3 prize cards. Uh, so yeah. No, I do quite enjoy the Pokemon franchise. Um, Honestly, out of everything, I am mostly superhero adjacent. Like, comic book pop culture is my biggest thing. Um, I do have a lot of gaming content, but I do want to get more comic book content. That's one thing I want to focus a ton on. One game though that it will always have my heart. There are 2 games actually. One of them is Golden Axe, and the other one is Katamari. Katamari introduced me to the wider audience of non-American games. I know it's a very basic one for that, but it introduced me to everything outside of America. And then Golden Axe was the first retro game I played a ton, along with Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. However, I tend to just play modern Puyo Puyo, but Golden Axe I will still always, especially if you got a bunch of friends over. There was one time where a bunch of my buddies, we bought a bunch of Twisted Teas, and we broke out the controllers and sat and played the entire campaign of the first 3 Golden Axe games. It took us it took us the whole day. Um, we also played a modified version of Golden Axe 3 that added another character from Golden Axe 2 into the file. But no, we had a great time. That is it. Golden Axe is a great franchise. I want to try to write and direct a Golden Axe movie. That is the big project that I would love to do. Um, in our company, I do want to try and write a script and uh, get some sort of like pitch done, kind of like with the whole thing that happened with Deadpool. Except for, I mean, yes, it would be online because I mean our whole company is online pretty much. Um, but yeah, no, I want to get a big production on that and do a do a Golden Axe showcase. Um, Hell, I mean, I would love for one of my buddies, who's the co-owner. I would love him to be the goddamn barbarian. I know the barbarians. No offense to him. I'm much more muscly man than him, but I think if we got some like blue armor, like he had in like the 3rd game, or like something like that, and we could also bring in the stuff from the Golden Axe Revival on 360. That game is not like incredible. It's got a lot of issues, but I will always love it because that's the Golden Axe that came out when I was growing up. I still didn't play it for years and years. I do vastly prefer the originals, but still, I would love to bring in stuff from all parts of the franchise. I would love to do a Golden Axe. Honestly, I don't think trilogy. I don't know, maybe like Yeah, maybe a trilogy. Combine elements from everything. The other big one I would love to work on is The Mask. I have written a couple of different drafts throughout the years of a Mask story because I want an R-rated Mask, but I want the villain from the animated series to be like a big bad that's built up through a couple of movies. The first one, you get the whole Dorian Tyrell thing, but he's his big boss. It isn't just put down. No, no, his big boss is um, you know, uh, Pretorius. Sorry, I had to think of the name. Um, the Mask, like the Jim Carrey franchise. Um, like I want to do I want to make a movie in that series. I know there's been a couple of fan films throughout the years. Um, but I would absolutely love to be able to try to redo that. I've worked on pitches throughout the years. I want to fine tune it before we actually try to produce it. Not to mention, we need a little more other movies that we directed before we start to take on bigger franchises. But I always want to have those in the back of my mind as ultimate goals to build up towards. The Mask is a little less likely as we want to do it officially. Versus Golden Axe, we'd probably go with just trying to produce it on our own, and at worst we'd release it online as a fan film. At best, we pitch it to Sega and run for the hills. Because Sega is always Sega is a great company because they let their fans like do things as long as it's not ruining the reputation of the brand. So thumbs up to Sega always. They are amazing. Um, we do have, if you guys are interested in more talks about movie productions, and I'm willing to talk more today about stuff other than certain things because they are being saved for a big reveal July 1st. We are also going to be showcasing the film that we made during um, Kevin Smith's 37-hour his 37-hour film challenge. We will be showcasing our movie that we launched during that exclusively. Exclusive showcase of it on July 1st on a big live stream, which is going to have a little more production than this, as we're going to be actually probably shooting the live stream from our from a laptop with the webcam that we use to shoot the movie, probably. But yeah, it's a 5-minute short film because all of them were. That was the criteria. It's going to be showcased, and we're hopefully going to get as much of the cast that we shot that with to come on board. We're also going to be trying to get a special guest to appear for the July 1st. Trying to get a special guest to appear for the July 1st live showcase. Sorry, my brain's having a little bit of a brain fart. But yeah, big stuff happening there. And I am giving people a moderator card. I'm going to be giving people that so they can be seen during the July 1st big reveal a little easier, and we can answer your guys' questions if you've appeared previously on one of these. So yeah, no, I'm really excited about all this. It's gonna be a fun time. In fact, I am gonna probably try and reach out to the special guest Here after the end of this thing, I will probably send an email um, to see if he's down for appearing. Sorry. No, I'm excited for everything happening. It's gonna be a fun time. Um, Also, 2 reviews are probably gonna come out on Tuesday. Masters of the Universe and Scary Movie. I'm gonna try to review both of those after seeing them. I'm gonna go see them both this Tuesday. So I'm excited. It's gonna be a very good Tuesday. I'm gonna try staying in here a little while longer. See if anyone joins in. I'll probably stay till about 30. If not, I'm gonna peace out for tonight, at least for a little bit. I might try another one. Hey, somebody's here. How do you do? How's everything going for you today? I'm just currently on my walk. I was talking about hopeful production, and they're gone. So we're gonna be on here a little longer. Hopefully somebody joins in. But if we hit about 30 minutes without somebody joining in, we're gonna call it at least a night for a bit. I am gonna be still walking for a while. I mean, it is only it's only 8:41. So I might redo another live stream later tonight. I do have work at 10 in the morning, so, but yeah. Let's give it till 25, actually, because it doesn't look like anyone's gonna be showing up. Howdy, howdy. Glad to see we're back. Yes, I'm making people a mod. That way, when we do our big showcase, um, on July 1st, I can see you guys. And I know you guys have been in previous live streams. That'll probably be the best way to keep track of that without having to have the YouTube Premium features. But we do have a big Yeah, no, everybody's who I've been given that stays as one. Um, but yeah, we have a big live showcase coming up. So that is why we're making people mods, so we can see them, as well as people who are wanting to be really hurtful or mean in the chat. You guys can, and they're gone. All right, well, peace out. I'll see you guys on the next one.